I love my bike. I think it's the best bike. I don't care what Charlie thinks. His is pretty, mine's handsome.
So there we go. Just load the bikes up now in the van, and they'll go on back to Liverpool tomorrow.
Yeah, I got it.
This is what's in my bag. It is so heavy. I've got to sort that out. I really have to. So we've turned up in this place in Kinkeal on the one night where there were so many people are going to be here. 6 or 7 or 8 bands marching tonight. It's amazing, isn't it? Anyway, I just spoke to the policeman. He came over. He was on a motorbike. And I was asking, will it go late tonight? And he goes, oh, it'll be really late. So you guys are different bands, are you?
Yeah.
And which band are you with?
Kilkenny Volunteers, Margaret Hill.
Just promoting the Protestant culture. There's been marching bands for hundreds of years here, so.
I'm going to get up at 4:30, so maybe I'm thinking maybe just not go to bed. So.
You live here, she's staying in here.
Yeah.
You might not get to bed.
There should be a disco on
There's a disco on in there, so that'll be.
Oh no! So it's going to be a really long night. Oh no! No! It's 10 to 5 in the morning. Well, this is the morning after, I suppose. Down this whole road here, there's just paper and bottles everywhere. It's day 2, and we're just getting on this fishing trawler to take us over to the Isle of Man. It's quite exciting. 5:30 leaving. What's the reason for that?
It's just the tide, that's all. 4 hours towards the fishing grounds.
Okay.
10 o'clock, so.
10 o'clock.
We'll have had a bit of breakfast by then, Charlie.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so I've got something to chuck up later.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right, we'll get off then, shall we? First, I want to try our first time to Isle of Man. I'm really looking forward. You said it's going to be quite calm today, relatively. First light was just coming up as we were sort of heading out, and you could look back at this very dramatic Kilkeel mountainous background. A scallop trawler is fantastic. Its top speed is about 18 knots. How fast are we going now? 8.4 knots.
8.4 knots.
Which is
a bit of tide.
I'm just baiting the fish. We had to get out of Irish fishing waters into sort of international waters and then into Isle of Man waters, which is a 12-mile ring around the Isle of Man. So they're going to drop these down. They go down to the river, to the seabed, and then we'll drag them for about an hour and a half, 2 hours to collect all the scallops. So cool. This is where they sleep, so they put the dredges down for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and they'll grab some kit. And up top, they have these little buttons for alarms all over the boat. And so they can wake them up when the dredgers come up, and they all get up and go straight to work. Everyone knows what they're doing. These guys are out maybe between 4 and 6 days at a time, and they say that they never get much more sleep than an hour here or half an hour there, or if they're lucky, maybe a couple of hours. And that goes on all for the 6 days.
Charlie.
Oh, look at that. Fresh from the seabed.
Charlie.
Yeah?
There's an octopus there, just grab it. You might scratch your ink on you, Charlie.
It won't do it until it goes in the water.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Wow.
In the old days with the dip pen, we used to make the ink out of that.
They go down the conveyor belt down to the bottom of the boat, and the guys all get shorter on this vibrating machine.
Take out the size scallops, and there's a 110mm limit on the size. And the rest of the stuff goes over the side.
My name is Scallop. They get bagged and they get brought down here where it's chilled to keep them fresh. How much do you get for a bag?
You can get up to £100 a bag, but like, say now, you could £65 a bag, roughly, for each. I think the most bags that's ever been down here is about 400 bags. 400 bags?
Yeah. I mean, it's not my boat, it's not nobody's boat, it's a family boat. And it's nice that he's here and he can carry on the job.
Just going to do some fried scallops. That's virtually cooked out there now. So just that little bit left in the middle.
Delicious, absolutely delicious.
Excellent.
I've never been to Alderman for my life. And then to come in on such a beautiful day as well, this amazing sunlight and hot, and I've got some colour. For 2 weeks every year, this island is turned into an enormous motorcycle racetrack. The Isle of Man TT is watched by thousands of people every year. I'm at the start line of the most dangerous and famous race in the world, and Milky actually knows quite a bit about it being dangerous, having just seen his clip of his crash.
He's a man who still must be very sore.
We're on board with Milky Quail, and you can see there a bit of a fly problem. It's very, very tricky around the Isle of Man. He brushed the ball! Oh, Milky Quail!
Had a bit of an off there at Malspur. Caught my shoulder on the wall, and the rest was a bit of history, really. So
you can see these jagged rock face here. Yeah. Basically, as you leant over on the bike, you sort of like into it, and that's basically what I caught just there. I just peeled in a little nanosecond too early, just caught my shoulder, and of course that pulled me off the bike, sent me across the other side of the road, and this is where I hit the wall, and that's where it shows you all hell breaking loose then, where I get separated from the bike, I fly up into the air, the bike disintegrates into thousands of pieces, and I basically fly through the air and land right over there. My impact point then was basically here, against these tree roots and stuff, and then I rolled out into the middle of the road. And I mean, you look at it, on a factory superbike, you do about 130 mile an hour. That was it.
That was it. Fuck.
So,
what a painful, slight mistake.
Yeah, well, that's the trouble.
And then you woke up 2 weeks later in hospital.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Why are you called Milky?
Well, do you not think? Can you not tell? It's basically after the Milky Bar kid. You're going to do a lap of the TT course now, the world famous TT course. The thing is with the TT, it's the most unique starting procedure going. It's not like a mass start or anything like that. It's basically a time trial, you see, the TT. So everyone starts in 10-second intervals. So you're basically on your own and going for it.
John McGuinness, he's the current lap record holder. He's done this 37 3/4 mile lap. He's done it on an average speed of 130 miles an hour. Well, I suppose you're the man to beat, aren't you? So.
Yeah, I mean, seems to be on the superbike. Yeah, I mean, I've won them all since 2004. So, I've had a fantastic run.
I'm following John McGuinness. How incredible is that? This little section of the course is my favourite bit of the track. Don't ask me why, but this right and left kink gear, flat in top gear, fifth into sixth gear, probably 170 mile an hour at this point now on this left-hander. It's absolutely unbelievable feeling through there. Oh yeah! Here it goes! Oh my God! Hey!
I followed John McGuinness's arse the whole way round.
If the water works, you wouldn't want to go over the edge of there. That's a big major drop down there. This is really the start of the mountain climb round the gooseneck. Again, one of the fastest bits of the track, well into 190 miles an hour up to this part of the course. Oh shit, the camera's blown off my head somewhere, 170 miles an hour.
He's a lovely guy and very funny and was up for everything. And I mean, he's the king of the mountain. I mean, there's no one better or faster than him. And had a long conversation with the ever fantastic Mr. Duke.
Well, I'd love to put the clock back because I loved every minute of the racing I did. Not only the TT, everything. Short circuits, or you name it.
We sat and interviewed two of the great TT men. It was a real honour.
If you were a novice or someone who wanted to go into the TT, what would you say to someone?
The first thing to do is to really learn the circuit.
Yeah, I don't think there's any substitute for experience on this track. You know,
There isn't, no.
This has been my 11th TT and I'm still learning. And long may it continue as far as I'm
Yes,
concerned, you know.
absolutely.
Well, that's Douglas, that's the Isle of Man, and I must say I've kind of fallen in love with this place a little bit, and I think I'll come back for the TT next year and spend a bit more time here. It's a lovely place.